Hello everyone. I have some exciting news to share. We have new Ricoh printers in the building. One of our summer projects has been to swap out our older Ricoh printers with newer ones. With these new Ricoh printers comes improved features and reliability, and also some updated software and a slightly different printing process. But I promise you, it's not going to be rocket science, and it's not going to require another master's degree. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the basics of how to use these new Ricoh printers. This will include how to print from your computer, how to scan to email or to Google Drive, which is a new feature, and how to make copies, and finally go over a few important guidelines. So with that, let's dive right in. So important reminders before we jump into how the printers actually work. First, printing defaults. So all printers are set to print in black and white and to use double-sided because we love trees. And also, our printing budget isn't unlimited. Spoiler alert for you, color prints actually cost 20 times more than black and white copies. So while most of the new printers are capable of printing in color, we do ask that you use this feature sparingly, especially for large jobs. If you find yourself needing to print significantly more in color than you have in the past, please speak with your supervisor first to ensure that we have the budget to support it. Second, badges. All printers require badge access now. This means you'll need your staff ID badge to print, scan, and make copies. And it's very important that you never share your badge with students. Don't share your badge for them to print, not to scan, not even so they can feel cool. It's a serious security risk and a violation of our safety protocols. Third, we ask that you use the large Ricoh printers for big jobs. We basically have two size printers. We have medium-sized Ricoh printers and large Ricoh printers. If you're printing something large, let's say 100 pages or more, please try to use the large printers. The medium printers can handle smaller jobs, but they're not built to sustain heavy use. So use the big printers for large jobs. And trust me here, your fellow teachers will thank you when the medium printer isn't jammed from someone trying to copy that 248-page curriculum guide. All right, with that, let's go over the new printer locations. So many of the locations are still the same. We have a printer in the high school office. We have one on the high school second floor. We still have one in the middle school basement, the elementary workroom, and the new preschool building. That one could be a new location, but the point is that preschool will still have their own printer that will be installed in August. Please note that in these same locations, all these printers print in color except for the high school second floor printer. It is going to be the only one here that's still black and white only. We also have some new locations. The new locations include the middle school office. There's also going to be a medium-sized printer in the elementary workroom. And finally, note that there is no Ricoh printer in the athletic office. So please don't go over to the athletic office hoping to print over there because there's no longer a printer in the office. All right, printing from your device. When printing from your laptop or computer, you'll now select one printer only. Now, this is a little different than it was before. You're going to use the Ricoh Secure Print on RCSPS01. This is the printer you're going to select. And this is a virtual print queue, meaning your job won't go directly to a specific printer. Instead, it will wait in a secure queue until you release it by going to any Ricoh printer on campus. And I'll demonstrate this a little bit later. Why is this helpful? I'll give you 3 reasons. First, flexibility. You can release your job from any Ricoh printer in the building. Second, it causes fewer mistakes. It avoids wasted prints. We've probably all, including me, accidentally printed to the wrong printer, and then we go to the printer, we don't know where it went, so what do? We go and print it again, which wastes paper and ink. So it's fewer mistakes. And then third, it lets you skip long lines. So if you print a job and then you go to one of the printers and it's in the middle of a large job and you had printed something small, all you got to go do is find an available Ricoh printer and you can print your small job and not have to wait or sprint up and down the hall from your classroom and back wondering when your job's going to go through the printer. You can just go to another available one. All right, let's go over what it looks like when you come to the printer. So when you, after you've, let's say, printed your job from your laptop, you come to your printer, and every printer is going to have a badge reader here. And all you're going to do is take your badge and scan it in. Now, the first time you scan your badge reader, and only the first time, it's going to ask you to put in your credentials. This is your username and your password, the same username and password that you use to log into your computer. Please note that in your username, it's just usually your first initial and last name, but there's no at rcschool.org. It's just your first initial and last name. And once you put that in correctly, it associates your card and you don't have to do it again. All right, after you set that up, and then once you scan your badge, this is the screen that you will see at the printer. And there will be 3 buttons here: Print Release, Device Functions, and Scan. Print Release is to release jobs printed from your computer. Device Functions is to make copies. And Scan is scan to email or scan to Google Drive. So let's go over each of these briefly. All right, after selecting Print Release, you'll see a list of your print jobs. And from this screen here, you can select all of them and simply print them. You can say, oh shoot, I didn't mean to actually print this, or maybe you printed it twice and you didn't, or you tried to print it twice and you didn't need to. Well, you can just click that individual job, trash it, and it's gone. So this allows you to print jobs. It allows you to delete specific jobs. Please note too that only your jobs will be available. You're not going to see other people's jobs. So this is important because it means that if you print a job for your friend, let's say your neighbor teacher sends you something to say, hey, can you print this for me? You can do that, but just realize that only your badge is going to be associated with that print job. So you're the one that's going to have to go to the printer to release that job. Second, we're going to go over device functions, which is how to make copies. When you click device functions, you will see this screen, and you're just going to select copy, and then you can take the defaults or you can customize it according to your needs. One thing to note about this screen is to get back to the PaperCut home screen, which is that screen, you're going to actually have to hit this button right here, the PaperCut MF, or this tab up here. This button will not work to return you to the PaperCut home screen here. And then third is scan. So there's actually 2 options when you go under scan, which is going to be scan to email and scan to Google Drive. Scan to email is just what it seems. It works very similar to last time. It will send you an email. The nice thing about it is that it has your email associated with your badge, so you do not have to enter or find your email. It will auto-populate. So that works just very similar to before. It's just that your email will auto-populate automatically. Second is a new feature, Google Drive. This allows you to scan directly into your Google Drive. It works very seamlessly. The only thing to note is the first time you use it, you will receive an email that asks you to allow PaperCut to access your Google Drive. You'll just follow the prompts in that email to allow it to access, and then from then on, every time you scan to Google Drive, your document will scan directly into your drive. All right, let me do a quick demonstration of what it looks like to print from your actual computer. So here I have a document in Google Docs. I'm going to go to File, Print, and we are going to look for our virtual print queue, which is Ricoh Secure Print on RCS PS01. Mine's already selected because I've been using it. The first time you do this, it likely won't pop up like this. You might not even see it here. So what you want to do is click See More and then find it in this list and click on it. If for some reason it doesn't show up, please reach out to us and we will help configure it to make sure it's there. For most of you, it should be there though. And then you can set your settings here. As you notice, my defaults are correct. It's black and white here. It's printing on both sides, so that all looks good. If you're in Google Docs and you need more features, such as hole punch and stapling, you want to click Print Using System Dialog down here. And this takes a second to load. But once this pops up, we will click More Settings. And this should allow us to use some finishing features. So you get a lot of different customizations here. What we're looking for is this finishing tab, and this allows you to select your stapling options, and if you want to hole punch, allows you to select your hole punch. And you just click OK, print, and off to the virtual queue it goes. All right, back to my presentation here. So a couple final notes. This is the home screen. So every time you walk up to a printer, this is what you're going to see. You don't actually type in an ID number here. All you do is scan your badge because that is your ID number. There is an option to allow you to have a custom ID number. There might be some very specific cases where a few of you might need that. If you do, please reach out to us. We just ask that you have a proper justification for needing an ID number, and we'll be happy to create you an ID number that allows you to get in there that doesn't require your badge. The last thing to note on this screen is when you're logged in, let me go back to us being logged in here. When you're logged in, when you're done printing, copying, scanning, it's a good kind gesture to log out. So you can just hit this log out. The other way to log out is just to simply rescan your badge and it'll log you out, and that will prep the printer to be ready for the next person who's going to use it. All right, we are almost done here. Just the last important reminders again, use your defaults, black and white and two-sided. Don't use the color one-sided unless you absolutely need to. Please don't ever share your badge with students. And then use the large printers if you have a large job. A general rule is 100 pages or more. And with that, we are done. If you have any questions or have any issues, please reach out to us. The best way to reach us is to submit a ticket at rcs.happyfox.com. Thank you.